I love Air Supply. So I'm going to give you a glimpse. I love to listen Air Supply ever since. That's why even if I'm alone, I'm here watching their concert.
We take nothing for granted. You appreciate everyone to see us here this evening. Thank you for being here, guys. Here I am, playing with those memories again.
Everyone's smiling, I love it. So nice to be here in this beautiful city. I had a beautiful day today. I sat outside and went for a walk and felt the sun and the wind and the birds, and then suddenly it rained, and it was just beautiful. I love it. I sit down and I with a towel over my head. It's very good for you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so nice to be here, and thank you for joining us this evening. Tonight's show is our 5,569th show of our tour. That's a lot of shows, isn't it? But tonight's going to be the best one, because you're here. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, we are yours. But in return, you are ours. Is that okay? Are you ready?
There's a chance you will be here. I'd like to know the truth. I'll find it out somehow.
I can see rain, and I know how hard you try. You deserve to have so much more. These are the chances that never fall. I'm not sure I'm worthy. The Hassans. Oh, we like new people. Please don't be alarmed that everybody's left the stage. It's quite normal around this time. Whistle goes off right there, having a cup of tea. And he'll be back in about 4 minutes. Meanwhile, it's going to be just you and me. Are you okay with that? You haven't chosen. Before I go any further, we call this little section, because my name begins with G, we call this little section G-Spot. Are you enjoying G-Spot, everyone? Me too, I look forward to it. However, I do something very unusual for a rock and roller. It always goes quiet when I say that. I'm going to recite a few beautiful words. And of course I love words and music since I was 13 when I wrote my first song. And that was a long, long time ago. But I love words, and I love the words, the way they have so many different meanings. I normally read something from one of my poetry books, but I'm not tonight because I was, as I said earlier, enjoying the view today so much, I decided to write something about my feelings for that present moment. And I do hope you enjoy it. Because if you don't, it's already too late. This is very simply called Colorado, standing tall as its guardian pines. I see steel blue sky, way up high, slowly dancing in time, and so beautifully lost, saying, here for you am I. Could this be the Eldorado that sinners and saints long to find? Is it buried deep or a mountain's peak? and yet wisdom and gold are but briefly to hold, like the still inside your mind. It seems here the search is ended. Say the vows, shine the wedding rings. Now it's time for roots and your labor's fruits, your journey at an end. Watch the rainbow descend, for El Dorado is Colorado Springs. And there was one woman, she used to have a sheep's head, and it was wrapped in paper, but as I was bouncing around on the bike, this sheep's head would be looking up at me. That really put me off eating me totally. There has to be a place for you and me. And I heard this amazing voice right next to me, and I was really spellbound. And a voice in my head said, "You need to meet this guy, and you need to work with him." And so I introduced myself. And the first thing he said to me was, "We have the same name." Which of course we do. But that was the tip of the iceberg. There were so many things we had in common. It was uncanny. And a few days later, we just became great friends. And he said, "This is really weird. It's kind of something weird going on. So many similarities." And I said, "Yeah, it's definitely very weird." But we became great friends from that moment. And we decided to form a band together. And in our relationship, our friendship, we've never had an argument of any kind at any time. And people find that hard to believe, but it is true. However, if you knew him like I know him, you would understand why that's possible. Ladies and gentlemen, my dearest friend, what's all this about?
Wasn't it a beautiful song, ladies and gentlemen? Wasn't it a beautiful song, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to tell you a brief story before we continue. I know a lot of you can relate to this. I do a lot of my shopping online. Amazon is my friend. It's hard to return stuff though when you're on the road all the time. For instance, I bought these pants. Thank you. Got them out, tried them on, they fit perfectly. Took them on the road after about 2 or 3 shows and we started to sweat. The pants started to expand a little bit. Going into the show, my crotch went around there. That works a family show. These are like Ruby's Dime chairs. No expense. I met Graham on May the 12th, 1975 in Australia during the production of the musical Jesus Christ Superstar. I still believe it's the best rock opera ever written. And we were in the show for about 18 months. And by the time the show ended, we formed SAA, released an album and a single in Australia. They both went straight to the top of the charts. Yes, thank you. It was quite amazing because we were contracted to the show so we couldn't play live, so nobody knew who we were. But on the basis of that success, we were asked by Rod Stewart's management if we'd like to open for him for 3 shows in Australia. And we said, well, we'll think about that. And of course, we jumped at the chance, and after the second show, Rod came to our dressing room and asked us personally if we'd like to open for him all across North America and Canada in 1977. Amazing for us, let me tell you. We toured from early September till the end of December. We played places that we'd only have dreamed about playing. Madison Square Garden, the Forum, the Astrodome, the Superdome, the Enormodome, the Dome of Domes. Candlestick Park, 3 River Stadium, was big, we played that. When you're in front of a guy like that for such an extended period, playing to thousands of people every night, you tend to think that you're pretty good. and we thought we were pretty good. Then we returned to Australia, and we found out that we weren't pretty good at all. We were dead in the water. Tony happened to us a couple of times, but we knew that we had the brilliant songs of Graham Russell, ladies and gentlemen. And we had the driver named Shitty. We're going to take you back now to the early part of our career with one guitar, two voices, with the help of Mirko on piano. Big round of applause for Mirko. Ken on cello. You guys have done a great job so far singing along. Let's make this no exception. And obviously, this is our 50th anniversary. We keep singing because it's an incredible thing for us. And certainly we would not be here unless you guys were here tonight. So first of all, thank you for coming. And I remember the early days when we used to play shows. You used to bring your wives, your girlfriends, and your lovers, or all three. We didn't really care. Anyway, wish you guys thanks for being with us tonight. We love you so much.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to get updates for a new video.